All right, so I've added a few quickly made rocks to the seam, um, and I think it's general and applied a material, and it's generally looking nice. However, as I just noted, if I take a look at this rock, it looks pretty nice all the way around. However, when we look right here on these faces, something funky is going on. So, well, what's happened? One thing that happened was when I was making this, in this particular case, when I was making it, I grabbed this particular face and I extruded it like so. Once I applied the material, well, let's take a look actually. Let's go to UV layout, UV editing, and select some of these faces. And we can see that, well, if I select everything, you can kind of see the general layout as to what it's trying to do. If I select particular faces, we can see over here how it's mapped them and how it's trying to apply them. When I select one of these faces, what we see is that there's not a face applied, it's just edges. So basically, it's reading this as if it was still just one line, one edge, rather than being an entire face. So, simple ways maybe that we can deal with this. Well, one thing we could do is maybe just grab this object and we could just re-unwrap it, see what happens. So if I go to UV and I just unwrap it, well, what do we get? Different results? Man, not really, not really. So let's try doing a UV and we'll do a smart unwrap. And we'll go ahead and apply that. And oh, hold on, let's try that again. All right. Now this time around, it has unwrapped it in a different way. Now I'm not sure if I'm real thrilled with that, because now the way it's done it seems like these are too extreme of a change. So I'm not sure that I'm real thrilled with that. So what else can I do? We can explore a couple of other options. Maybe what I'll do is an edge select mode. I can just go along and maybe I'll mark some seams. I could, well, I'll just do it this way. This is fine. Takes me a moment longer, but I can just kind of go around the edge and, oh, actually, no, let's do it down here. Well, no, I like that. I'm going to actually do that, and I'm going to mark a seam there. And I'm going to do the same thing here along the base. Create some areas where maybe intentionally I want fissures. And then areas where it's more predictable and kind of makes more sense. Give me a second here. I'm being a little bit inefficient in how I do this, but I'm just going to go with it. So same deal. Let's UV and let's unwrap. Oop, no, UV and mark a seam. All right. Are there any other seams that I want? I mean, maybe. Well, let's just go ahead and see what we get from this. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to select all, and I'm going to do a Smart UV project and apply it and see what happens this time. Still kind of getting the same thing going on. However, here's another thought too. Maybe I just grab some things and move them around, or grab these islands and move them around. Because if I don't like what I'm seeing, let's see which islands. Actually, these are the islands that were irritating me. So let's just go ahead and grab that and move that to a different area and see how that affects things. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's better already. I mean, this is one of those things that it's not, because this is basically just kind of a pattern. If the precision, it's not a precise thing. So yeah, in this case, actually, I think that works for me. All right, let's bring back my background. Let's get into our camera view and see what we get when we play this. Let's go back to our layout, camera view. Next time we got her. And I'll go ahead and play that and see what we get. Yeah, much better scene. Okay, so I think next I will probably add some water physics to interact with some of these rocks.